stage right now?
Yeah!
All right, perfect. Well, let's get them out here.
Te lo dije que no cogiera salir.
Hey, everybody.
It's Eagle.
For those of you who aren't aware, I'm one of the few agents of this convention. Thank you very much for having me. Love this convention. I am a professional animator. I do animation as a job now. For this, I did full-time YouTube animation. On YouTube, I make furry content. Now I have a big boy job, so I do this just for fun, which is very, very good. I'm also a fursuiter. As you can tell, I am wearing a fursuit, and I have been dabbling in making fursuits. It has been very difficult, so for all you suit makers out there, like, props to you. That stuff is hard. Also, I'm a bird, so that's also very fun. I enjoy being a bird on the internet, and I'm so really excited to be here. So, this is my very first bilingual convention, and this entire panel is going to be mainly in English. I tried really hard to learn Spanish, so I downloaded Duolingo. When I downloaded Duolingo, I got very distracted and then learned a bunch of Japanese. So that is not going to help me here with Konnichiwa. So, unfortunately, I'm going to be doing mainly a lot of this in English, so yeah, it's been really, really fun though. This has been an awesome experience so far. Finally, with all of that out of the way, are you ready?
Yeah!
Animation!
Yeah.
Thank you. I don't know who put that slide in their place. I don't know. Anyway. What's animation? Oh, well, I'm so glad you asked. Animation is creating the illusion and movement of life. It's taking things that aren't alive and putting your life into them. This can be all sorts of different things. It can be claymation, Fantastic Mr. Fox, is also called stop motion animation, where you take lots of pictures and put them together. We also have CG animation, or computer animation, which is 3D, like good old Nick Weil up here. Very, very good. We can go old school. Go back to Disney's Robin Hood. Any Robin Hood fans out there? Yeah, Robin Hood's great. Woo! And another thing that animation is it's only foxes.
Yeah.
All good animation is foxes. So when you're, looking at animation, if it isn't a fox, it's not animation. But animation takes a lot of time. For those of you who have ever dabbled in this, it's not a quick and easy process. It takes so much time to take your life and put it into something else. It takes I should use this screen. No, you can cut back and forth. Yeah, go for it. I can totally use this screen down here. Animation takes a lot of practice. The first time you ever go and animate anything, it's probably not going to look great. It takes practice. Just like instruments or any other skill, it takes a lot of practice. And it takes a lot of balls. Yeah? Balls? Oh, okay, sorry. That could sound bad. I mean, it literally takes like a lot of balls. There's a lot of ball bounces. This is one of the very first things you'll ever animate if you animate something, is a ball bounce. There are so many good things about the ball bounce that you can learn for animation. Also, I am not like a complete professional. I am a professional, but I'm not the say all and all be all. So all the things you hear today, like, they're just kind of guidelines and general rules, so don't take everything I say that whole value, okay? So these are what? Does anybody know these guys? They're old, right? They're pretty old, right? Well, they're not just any old guys. They're 9 old guys. And they're specifically Disney's 9 old guys. These guys are the ones who took animation from looking like this to looking like this. And the number one rule that they learned while they were going through all of these different ways, how do we make animation better? How do we better our craft? Is that they learn you can only draw foxes. Mice, no. Foxes, very, very yes. So we're going to be specifically talking about these two, which is Dave Thomas and Ollie Johnson. I don't know which one is which. I just know that these are the two. Whichever one you want to wear. They wrote a book called Disney's Animation, The Illusion of Life. And it is awesome. If you have any interest in animation, you should totally pick this up. The book is about this tall. It's huge. It sits on my coffee table. And the coffee table is like 80% of this book. It is enormous. But it is very, very chock full of all sorts of very, very good information, like history about animation. It goes over all of Disney's upbringing and how they, in studio, learn different techniques for animation. It goes over how animation works, which is really important if you're trying to learn. And it also goes over foxes. Lots and lots and lots of foxes. Constantly foxes. But most importantly, and what we're going to get to today, is they go over the 12 principles of animation. Has anybody ever heard of these? Yeah. 12 principles. Yeah, you've heard of them, Blazen? Yeah. You have been to this panel at least 7 times. Yeah. So that checks out that you would know the 12 principles at this point. They are very, very fun, these 12 principles of animation. You already know the abbreviation for the 12 principles of animation? That's a lot of S's. That's so many Okay, it's not a very good abbreviation, but these are the 12 principles of animation. They are squash and stretch, anticipation, staging, straight ahead and pose to pose, all of them overlapping, slow and flow, arcs, secondary action, timing, exaggeration, solid drawing, and appeal. Good thing that you were listening, because there will be a test. Oh, there's going to be a quiz, a test after this. I hope you remember it all week. I'll give you one more look, because you're not going to get it again. No pictures. You cannot take a picture. That's cheating on your test. Oh, that's very, very good. There's not going to be a test. But we are going to be doing
Squash and stretch.
Oh my gosh, you guys did remember them from the very first one, which was squash and stretch. So this is probably the most iconic animation principle. Does anybody know this already? Raise your hand if you know what a squash and stretch is. And place it, you don't count. What? You don't count. You've been here before, sweetie. Okay. Anyway, squash and stretch is very, very popular. And as soon as I show you what it is, you're totally going to understand it. It's Sylvester smacking his head on a giant iron beam, and he goes squish. And then, after he goes squish, he stretches all the way out. It's literal, like, squash and stretch of a physical form. And this is really interesting because, despite this looking super toony and fun, and I love racing cartoons. Things in real life happen. This is not just something that happens in cartoons. Your body will squash and stretch if you run into a brick wall, or I don't know, get stretched out on whatever those things are and call that wheel. Stretchy on that. A great example is this really, really cool image of a golf ball. Video wall. And look at that. I can watch that all day long. Wow. It's really slow motion. That's like really, really good. It does squash. Splash. It's very, very splash and stretchy. Anticipation. Oh my gosh. Anticipation is. Just like that. It's that little bit of a pause before what happens next. It basically is prepping you before the animation is followed. So anytime you're doing animation, want to set your audience up for success. You want them to be able to kind of anticipate what is going to happen next. And that way it doesn't get confusing in the frame. You lose your audience and they're confused at what's happening, that instantly takes them out of the animation. It takes them out of the illusion of life. So you have to help them anticipate what is coming up next. So, great example, Wile E. Coyote jumping and like out of a picture for this thing. And he like floats for a second, where there's a little bit of like in the air. That makes no sense. And you're anticipating him to fall. And it's a really good setup. It really helps the animation flow. It helps you kind of get what's going to happen, and it makes everything way more intuitive and fun. So yeah, we love anticipation. Staging. Okay, so staging is, you know, kind of what I'm doing now. I'm making sure I'm in the middle of the stage, and I'm walking around. You can stand over here and be kind of in a like 3/4 shot with movable thirds. We probably all heard that, or saw the little thing on our phone that shows movable thirds. Staging within animation is also very important. It could also be composition for any artists out there. What we call it staging. How things are placed in every shot of your animation. Does anyone know who this is? And at least we don't count. I know you know. It's Alfred Hitchcock. Yes, he did so many really, really cool movies. A lot of his work, visual storytelling, has went into films that you now know. And he has a rule, and it's called Hitchcock's rule. Blaze, did you kind of get with the birds in here? Yeah. Oh, the movie The Birds? Yeah. This is not good because I'm the bird. Don't trust the bird. We don't trust the bird. I mean,
not trust the bird.
Have you seen this movie? It's really good. It's strange. And it's really weird. I love Alfred Hitchcock. Anyway, Alfred Hitchcock's rule is that the size of any object in your frame should be proportional to the performance and the story of that moment. That's very wordy. Alfred Hitchcock was kind of wordy. But the general idea is that if something is really important, it should be very big, which I think is great. It should be very big, very, very big. Anyway, so we're going to do a little bit of tests here. What do we think is the most important thing during the story at this time? The hub. It's the hub. So in this, I can't remember the title, it's a short, but the cup has poison in it. So as these two are talking, the cup is always in the foreground. It has poison in it. So we'll do another one. We've got this lovely shot from the movie Psycho. What do you think is the most important thing in this portion? The newspaper. Yes, the newspaper. Does anybody know what is in the newspaper? It's $40,000. And he's cleaning up the scene after the part of the Psycho movie. He's cleaning up the scene and there's $40,000 in there. The whole time, we just watched this video. The whole time, the $40,000 newspaper thing is in the shot for me to clean up, and I cannot imagine how many takes it took to get that. It's so good. Oh my gosh, I love Alfred Hitchcock. What do we think the most important thing is? No. That was a little embarrassing. That wasn't supposed to be on the PowerPoint. Yeah, you just gotta place it. Go. You got it. He's got it. It's good. Yeah, okay. Whew, that was a little embarrassing that you place it. Wow. Ooh, wow. Wow, that was really long. Straight ahead or pose to pose action is quite an interesting one. This sounds a lot like a lot. Oh, it does sound like a lot. I already said that. I got confused. This one sounds like a lot, but it's really pretty easy. It's basically impromptu or like on the spot versus planned out animation. So there's techniques where you're in straight ahead, where you just start. It's kind of like those flip looks. A lot of people do like little looks where you flip them. You start and you just animate. And this is really awesome because it usually allows for really organic animation. It almost always will come out really cool. But if it doesn't come out really cool, you've done a ton of work, and now it's not super cool. a lot of people who are like me in YouTube animation, I animate like this because I'm my only person. I'm the only person who works on the animations. So I straight ahead. In studios, though, a lot of studios use what's called post-pose. So they will have a key animator go through and draw each pose individually, and then they'll have people come in and then draw in between ones. That way, if there's an error, or they want to change something, they have the ability to go back and post and change things up. Another great example of this is like this presentation. There are things that are planned, and there are things that are not planned, like that previous bit with the giant paw. Yeah. Was that planned? No. Yes. It was not planned. That was never planned. Nothing was ever planned. This is all improv. How you doing? Are we doing good? Okay, cool. I know this lecture is boring. I know you didn't want to come to school today. But I'm very excited to announce that, thank you for telling me again. I'm very good that you're doing very good. But it's time to stand up. Everybody stand up. We're having, stand up. Stand. Yes, I don't know if I translated that right. Again, I don't know this is. So we're going to stand up. It's time for PE or gym. It's time for physical exercise. And we're going to review at the same time. This is great that this is happening on a Sunday morning because I could use some stretching. So first, we're going to squash. Oh, squash down. Oh, yeah. We're going to stretch. Oh. Learning the principles again. Oh! Woo, I should have done this earlier. Okay. Next. We're going to anticipate. Oh, we're going to use this way. We're going to pretend like we're white and face. Oh, very good. We're going to go this way now. That's good. Okay. Great. We're going to. I don't know what to do for staging. We're going to spin around for staging. Oh, very good. All the long way. And we're going to straight ahead. This was a bad gym class. I don't know what to do for straight ahead or pose to pose. In a pose, ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh. Wow, those were good. Wow, everybody kind of did it. Good job. Okay, you can take your seats. Give a round of applause for yourselves for enjoying I was sitting at breakfast and I was thinking about that panel. Like, oh, I'm so excited. Stretches on the stage. I think I'm hilarious. I don't know if I'm actually that funny, but I think I'm funny, and that's all that counts. Oh man, this one's a drag. Oh, that one works really well. That's another name for this one. It's called drag. So while we're overlapping action, we're really getting into the weeds now. These are the more like mid-level, the more difficult ones. It's anything where like a main object is moving and things like flop around. Love the little like ball. It's also Percy Tales! Percy Tales are so good at the follow through with the overlapping action. But look at that. It works so well. I love Percy Tales. They're really good. Slow in, slow out. Oh my gosh. So this one was really important because this is the way that things start and end. Nothing in life is like completely linear. Nothing goes from 0 to 100 instantly. There's always a little build-up. There's always a little bit of time in between 0 and 100. The speed of which things start and stop. So the example would be when you're running. You'll start running, and it takes a little bit to get to speed, but if you hit a brick wall, you're going to stop instantly. So, this is the speed at which an action starts and stops. So, the example is, the top one is like completely what we call linear. It's just straight from the beginning to the end. It looks kind of robotic. It looks very robotic. Trying to make like really organic animation, this doesn't work for you. If you're thinking like Origin, then heck yeah, that's awesome. They love that. But the slow in, slow out is very super important. A couple of years ago, if it was discovered that if you press F9 in After Effects, it just applies this instantly now. So when they made this, they probably never assumed that you just have a button for it now. There is a button for this one. But the F9 button doesn't do everything else. It doesn't do everything with slow and slow out. There's always, or you can add into it. So here are some examples of different types of slow and slow out. You got your linear, you got your slow and slow out, you got your fast and your slow out, you got your middle in, middle pause, slow in, slow out. Then you got your middle between it. Oh, it just gets so much, and then there's these graphs you have to do in the computer, and then like everything moves, and it's all just balls. Everything's always been balls. It's always balls. Why are they always here? Oh, goodness gracious. Animation. It's always balls. Arcs. Arcs. Oh, arcs. You said arcs. Okay. So this describes the path an object takes. If slow in and slow out is the speed at which things start and stop, this is the train tracks. This is the road that we have followed. It's not slow in, slow out. When I was in school, I got these two confused very, very much. One describes the speed, one describes the path. Speed, arcs is path. So this is an example of a ball hitting a surface. And it looks weird. It looks like we're on the moon because there's no gravity. It's just kind of bouncing off the corner at a perfect 90-degree angle. This is one with ooh, that's good. That looks like that. We like that one. That one looks very organic. Arcs are very, very important, and they go for more than just balls. Again, everything always comes back to balls. But it's more than just balls. Like my arms, if I move my arms, they are like moving in and out. Like nobody could like fall the tip of my wing here and see that I'm not like perfectly like linear with things. It's like a big open spin. So arcs are extremely important in animation because it adds that organic feeling to all of your work. Secondary action. Okay, so this is a really, really interesting one. Secondary action can be described as an action that enhances a main action. So, as I've been talking to you, the main action of this entire presentation is obviously being this PowerPoint. But by adding in, like, moving my arms, and doing little things with my feet, we are adding in more action that is enhancing the main action. Another great example would be places in the corner. Who I keep pointing out and making fun of a little bit. We love them, but I'm the main action, and I'm really sad that you made my PowerPoint and put a big pie. It was good. He says it was good. It wasn't good. We love them. Give a round of applause for places. That's always nice to say all those things. It enhances the main action. It's not drag or overlap though. This is a secondary complete thing. Drag is dependent on how big. This is adding into the main action. So it's kind of, I have a hard time describing this. Great example. The little lamp is the main action, right? In the Pixar short, the little lamp is jumping on the ball. The big lamp is just kind of looking and telling the audience where we need to be going. So the big lamp is adding to the animation because it's just kind of observed, telling us what we should be feeling. And it helps enhance the main animation. It would be cute if the lamp was, by itself, but if we add in the action of the main lamp, we add in this like extra presence, adds this extra weight to the entire animation. Has anybody seen this short? I'm so junior. It shouldn't be more interesting than the main animation. Okay. That was a lot. Those were some of the hardest ones. So good job. Round of applause. You're making it. All of them for the test, right? Yes. It's time to review. We have overlapping action, which are not. See, I got confused. It's overlapping, not overlapping action. We have slow and slow, which describes the speed at which things start and stop. We have arcs, which have the things take. We have secondary action that is the thing that's on top of the other action that's not as important as the main action. I don't have the strength for this one. We're not even going to try. Moving on. Timing. Oh, okay. Timing is the pace of all of your actions. A great example would be in any sort of Marvel movie that you've ever seen. All of the action scenes are very cut up and edited very, very quickly. You know? There's lots of action happening. These are moving really, really fast. It's really important. But there are parts in Marvel movies where we're talking to other characters, and the edits are slower. It feels like we're more in place, or more grounded. These are examples of timing. In the animation, it's just mainly dependent on what you're trying to get across. Are you trying to do an action scene like Scott Pilgrim? Are you trying to do like a relaxing, long scene where it's feel serene and on a beach? It really just depends on the line you're going for. So this would be the shortest one that we talked about. Because it's the timing. We're going to make it fast, action-packed, so you can remember it. Now we're going to, there it is. Exaggeration! Yeah! Exaggeration. This one is awesome. I love this one. I live this one every single day of my life. I love exaggeration. It's so much fun. I am a very exaggerated person. You gotta notice. Exaggeration is taking a normal thing that's boring and sad. We're gonna add life. Normal things in life are boring, right? Normal life, we don't want to go back to that, right? We want to stay here. Things here are exaggerated, but and everybody's a fun animal. Normal things in life are boring. Example, the Mickey on the right. He's lame. Boo, flat Mickey. Push him down. Boring and sad. He's just like this. Like, hello, welcome to Disneyland. Please give me all of your dollars. I can say that now. The second example is way more fun. It's like game over. Yes, please give me. You're going to give your dollars and you're going to be happy. But the second is way more interesting than the first one. Boring flat Mickey. Yay, fun Mickey. He has a better polo. Okay, I need a volunteer. Probably going to be places. Unless somebody else is in soup and wants to be along, we can't see anything. We'll just get places. Yeah, okay. Oh, he's going to go. Good boy. Oh, who wants in? Oh, yeah, come on in. Yeah, it'll be good. Yeah, okay, go over here. I stole this from my friend Gail. She's kind of a part of Pursuit 101. Oh, yeah, come on up. Yeah, okay, just be careful. Okay, stay right here. Hi, what's your name? Hello, nice to meet you. I think I've seen you like a couple times to talk with. Hello, round of applause, everybody. Let's stay right here so that our friend doesn't walk directly off the screen. Okay, stay there. Okay, you're going to walk toward me, and you're going to walk like you would in your normal life. I don't know if this translates yet. I put it in Google. You're going to, okay, there you go, yeah. Oh, so sad, boring. Oh, wow. Don't know where to go. Oh, so sad. Well, you just started with me. I'm telling you, you're great. I love it. Yeah, okay, great. Okay, round of applause for the boring part. Yay, great. Okay. Now, you're going to walk from where you're at to Blazin, and then to me. Oh, yeah, go back to Blazin. Yeah, go back to the gate. Okay, you're going to walk to me. No. I like this one. This one's even part of the problem. There you go. Yeah, we love it. This is great. Yeah, I love it. See? That was straight ahead. The next one you're going to do is walk like you own the hotel. Like you own the hotel. Oh, we're not translating right. Okay. You own right now. Yeah! Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. Yeah, keep going. You can do it. Oh. Yeah. Oh. Okay. Yeah, you got it. Yeah, that was great. Good job. Good job. Cool. So those are more exaggerated versions of ways to walk. This one really applies to diversity. A lot of this stuff as you come through, if you're a fursuiter, if you ever want to be a fursuiter, a lot of these principles of animation can be applied to your fursuit, which I absolutely love. It's really interesting that those two Oh, okay.
Solid draw.
Solid drawing. This one's rough. It doesn't really apply very much anymore. It still applies to the computer animation. But it's being able to draw a character as if they're in the 3D, which in the book is what they say, but at the time when they wrote the book, there wasn't 3D animation there. So this one has slowly been turned into making sure your character has weight. You want things to feel like weighty and like they're real and they actually exist. Like they have a heftiness and they're a solid amount. So it's, like I said, it hasn't aged very well. So it's more difficult to describe than the rest now, but it is just kind of the weight of a character. You don't want things to like float around like Aaron's body, spirit, all of that stuff. Even though that is very fun. So here's a clip from Cats Don't Dance. These characters are extremely flat, like they're extremely 2D. But I've never seen characters that can be like so third-dimensional and also 2D at the same time. Like Sawyer here is just living it up and like somehow managed to be 2D and 3D. I just love it. It's very cozy. Here are some storyboards. Even in the boards or the animation, they're like they feel like a 3D object. Even though they're 2D, they're very, very like beautiful design. They feel like you can turn them all the way around and they would exist in all dimensions. It's just like a huge skill. That one really takes a ton of practice with the animation. So we love those. Heel. Okay, this one is it's
Appeal.
yeah, it looks good. That's what this one is. It's very vague. This one's really hard. This really is a like beauty to the eye of the beholder, or it's up to your personal style or your tastes. Now, what appeal is doesn't look good. This one takes again a lot of practice and also a lot of like context. So out of context, the Rugrats are really ugly. I don't like the way they look. Now, we've been told they're really cute, but look at them. They're so ugly. They're just ugly, but it works because they're supposed to be baby. They're supposed to be kind of early. They're supposed to be like young and innocent. It's supposed to look like it was drawn by kids and for kids. So this works, but they're just so like Angelica on the top right there is just horrified with that smile. It's terrible. Please don't help me ignore this one. Thanks. But Reptar's so cute, right? Yeah! We love Reptar! It's so good. But like, yeah, they're just so ugly. I made this right before a worldwide incident happened. And that worldwide incident was this monstrosity. And I can't believe this is still prevalent now. This is horrible. This was a bad decision. This is gross and strange. And this is way better, right? It's so much better. I still think this was an inside job. I think this was a conspiracy. I don't know. But this was, that first one was just really bad. It was really, really bad. Hey, guess what? What did I say earlier there was going to be? A quiz! Okay, so go ahead and go in the bag. We're going to get out the papers and pencils. Ask about it, get ready. It's going to be in English also. So get ready. Proper spelling, everybody. You don't want to do a test on a Sunday at convention? That's so fun! Okay, fine. Forgot the pencils anyway? Oh, they must have got taken to customs. Yeah, that's definitely what it was. Fine. You don't have to do the test. That's fine. I guess we just watch a movie instead of doing class. No! Oh, fine. Well, I'm going to pick the movie then. And I absolutely love the movie Cats Don't Dance. I showed you an image from it earlier. Has anybody seen this? Raise your hand.
Sí, los gatos no bailan.
It's Very good. I love this movie. It's one of my favorites. I own it on a laser disc. I'm a big nerd. I love animation. So we're going to watch a clip of it. As we go through, you're going to look for the 12 principles of animation. You're going to look high. You're going to look low. You're going to see what all is there to see. If you look closely, open your mind enough, you might just find 12 principles of animation. Also, I labeled them. That will make it easy. Here we go. I don't know if should I dance? I usually dance during this part. Are you going to dance? I'll dance. Do you want to go dance too? Okay. How about now? All right, everybody. Enjoy the animation.
Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. You would be so kind. But someone very special here. She's about to speak her mind.
I got a song to say. You don't like my song, I'm gonna sing it anyhow. I got a dream in my heart. Nothing's gonna stop us now. Take one and fire, make it get high. Going on and on, you know it.
I'm gonna prove that that's a lie.
I'm gonna tell you why. Nothing's gonna stop us. Nothing's gonna stop us.
That was tiring. Do you feel like you learned something today? Yeah! Is that better than the test? Yeah! Better than the test. So, at the end of every one of these panels, I'm going to sit down on the bench. At the end of every one of these panels, I always like to ask, what do we do now? What do we do now with the information that we've got? We've got 12 principles of animation, which you may think, I'm not an animator. I just came to this convention. I thought you were cool. I didn't want to learn. But what do we do now? What do you do with those 12 principles of animation? Well, these aren't just principles. If you are an animator and you want to get better, you can look at them. They're not rules. They're not hard set. They're just kind of guides to them, right? You don't have to do anything with them. Or you can follow them and learn or do whatever you want with them. They're guide stones from the previous generations of animators for us now. Kind of like little wayboard markers. You can use them in your everyday life. I use exaggeration all of the time. I use timing all of the time. Tell my boss that I'm going to a furry convention in Mexico. I waited until the week before. That was a good time. And maybe it wasn't a very good time, but you know, you can use timing in your everyday life. You can use a lot of things. You can use them in your suit acting. If you're a suit actor and you're like, man, I want to take it to the next level. Get your book and read the animation books, 12 principles. They will very, very much help with your suit acting as well. And we take them with us We remember this. We remember the good times. We remember that. And now it's always in your brain. Because every time you watch animation, you're going to go, that was some good splashing stretch. You're going to see it forever. These different 12 principles in animation. We're going to do our best to make great art from now on. With these skills, you can apply them in your 2D drawing. You can apply them in any sort of different art form. We hold the guidebook for the next generation of artists, and I hope we create great guidestones for them as well. That's really important, that we're helping the younger generation of artists come up into the world and also be able to make their own guidestones as well, keep the art form alive. It's up to us to keep up this illusion that we call art. And I think is very, very important. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. It's been very, very fun, very informative, and help someone smile today. Bye!